Jurgen Klopp didn't just rebuild Liverpool, he revolutionized it. From mid-table struggles to Champions League and Premier League glory, he instilled relentless energy, high-pressing football, and an unbreakable bond with fans. Klopp's Liverpool wasn't just a team, it was a force, a mentality and a legacy that will echo for generations. But all things must come to an end, and that time seems to have arrived. On January 26, in a 25-minute interview, Jurgen Klopp officially announced that he would leave the club at the end of the season. But why? Why did he come to that shocking decision? Some sources suggest that Klopp's departure is due to his discontent from the limited investment from FSG, making it difficult, if not impossible, to compete with wealthy clubs like Manchester City and Real Madrid. While financial constraints may have posed challenges, they didn't make success impossible, as Klopp proved by winning the Champions League, Premier League, and multiple other trophies. However, there seems to be a deeper and more tangible reason behind his decision. In his announcement, Klopp stated,
"I will leave the club at the end of the season. I love absolutely everything about this club. How can I say that I'm running out of energy?"
And the real reason he's leaving Liverpool seems this: running out of energy. Despite running out of energy, his success was in fact enough to justify his exhaustion. So let's talk a bit about what he did there. Klopp's success are obvious and don't need discussion, but we need this short explanation to understand the immense load he carried behind this success. Before Jurgen Klopp's arrival in October 2015, Liverpool was a club struggling for consistency and identity. The team had failed to qualify for the Champions League in the previous season, finishing 6th in the Premier League under Brendan Rodgers, losing their last Premier League game 6-1 to Stoke City. Key players like Luis Suarez had left, and the squad lacked direction. Fan frustration was growing, and the club desperately needed a tactical and motivational revival, which Klopp delivered. But since Jurgen Klopp arrived, Liverpool has changed completely, going from an average team to one of the best in the world. Klopp brought in a fast, high-energy style of football and built a strong team with players like Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson and Fabinho. He also brought the fans and the team closer, making Anfield a tough place for opponents. Under Klopp, Liverpool didn't just win trophies, they played exciting and fearless football, becoming one of the strongest teams in Europe and earning respect from clubs around the world. But what we see on the surface is only part of the story. Behind it all lies a shocking reality and an overwhelming amount of tasks, which is what led Klopp to admit that he is running out of energy. The 22-23 season, which derailed Klopp's momentum, really took its toll on Klopp. The recent Champions League winners couldn't even qualify for the Champions League. But that didn't make Klopp lose hope. His emotional strength showed through during this time. The next season, he demonstrated incredible managerial skill by recruiting key players. However, the competition eventually took its toll. Klopp, despite winning, was clearly hurt. It's like a fierce battle between two strong lions, Klopp and Guardiola, fighting for their territory. Decision-making itself has become tiring. He mentioned how even seemingly small decisions like when to have dinner, when to meet, or which hotel to stay in are now part of his daily burden. And then, interviews, which are also incredibly draining. As he once told 442 magazine, Klopp mentions there are around 15 interviews for every match. Another striking example comes from the 23-24 season, when Liverpool played Bournemouth at Vitality Stadium. Due to weather problems, the team couldn't return to Liverpool by plane and had to make a 5-hour trip back. After arriving in Liverpool, Klopp then had to drive 90 minutes home, getting there at midnight. The next morning, he had to be at training in the freezing cold European weather. And this wasn't an isolated incident, this was his life for many years. After enduring all this and accumulating 97, 99 and 92 points in 3 different seasons, Klopp won the title only once. To put it into perspective, the great Sir Alex Ferguson never reached the 91 points in a season. The beautiful football we see on the pitch comes at the expense of immense suffering behind the scenes. Klopp can no longer work with the same energy and emotional strength he had initially. As he put it himself, "I'm no longer a young rabbit." Thank you. If you like this video, you can hugely support me by just hitting the subscribe button.